Eric Scheidler here, Executive Director of the Pro-Life Action League, with huge news. Yesterday, the United States Supreme Court dropped a bombshell. They agreed to take the case Dobbs versus Jackson Women's Health Organization, a case out of Mississippi, over a 15-week abortion ban they enacted there several years ago. This case was immediately thrown out, the law was immediately thrown out by the federal court. They appealed, the appellate court agreed and kept the law off the books. But yesterday, the United States Supreme Court agreed to take this case, and it could be massive for the pro-life movement. We don't know what they'll do. We don't know why they took the case. We know that at least 4 justices thought it was important for the court to review this case. Possibly part of the reason for that is the change in the court under President Trump, with Neil Gorsuch and Brett Kavanaugh, and then finally Amy Coney Barrett coming onto the court. Many people are talking about this as the possible overturning of Roe versus Wade, and that could happen. The court may look at this case and decide at long last, after nearly 50 years, to reverse that horribly unjust precedent that was set way back in 1973 and stripped all of our unborn brothers and sisters of legal protection, casting them effectively outside of the human family here in the United States. The court may not go that far. They may simply uphold the Mississippi ban, opening the door to other states that lean in a pro-life direction to enact similar legislation and even go farther than that. We don't know what the court will do. They may once again disappoint us like they did back in 1989 in the Webster case, and even more so in 1992 when they were on the very verge of overturning Roe versus Wade before Justice Kennedy lost his nerve and sided with the ultimate majority in that case. Whatever happens, though, I can promise you the Pro-Life Action League will be mobilizing you, the pro-life grassroots, to support the unborn child in this case. We're going to be there in Washington when oral arguments are heard. And if you can't join us in Washington, we'll provide opportunities for you to get your voice out in the public square when those arguments are being heard. And we will be watching as the court's term comes to an end in the late spring and early summer of 2022 to see what ruling they hand down. This could be a gigantic moment for us, everybody. So number one, we need to be praying hard, praying for our justices in Washington, praying for the pro-life movement, praying for the people of Mississippi, especially the legal authorities there who will be defending their law in court. And we need to be ready to act. As my late father, Joe Scheidler, always said, ora et labora, pray and work. We're going to pray for a good ruling in this case, and we're going to work for a good ruling in this case, and we're going to work to make the most of whatever happens for our unborn brothers and sisters. Win or lose or somewhere in between, we're going to be there for them. And we're going to be there for them out in the public square. So join me in praying and working to overturn Roe versus Wade, to support the Mississippi law, or to pick up the pieces if something really bad comes down next year. Whatever happens, we'll be there together, and we will continue to fight for the right to life for every human person, especially our most vulnerable and abandoned unborn brothers and sisters. We have not abandoned them. We will never abandon them before the court, before the doors of the abortion clinics, and before our public. So join me in fighting harder than ever for the pro-life cause. God bless you.